What's going on YouTube? Phil here, back with another video. So it's another semen retention Sunday, and that brings up 11 weeks of semen retention for me. So no slip slop, FAP relapse for me. So going well. Had a big sleep in this morning. So it was a big week at work, and yeah, feeling rested and recovered after my big sleeping because yeah, Saturday I was working all day. It was a big day for me yesterday and really needed that sleep in. And then when I woke up, I did my meditation, 20-minute meditation, said a few prayers, and did my daily gratitude journal. So feeling rested and grateful after that. My car is still getting sorted out by the insurance, and it looks like that's going to drag out for a while. So I've been taking public transport over the last week or so, and that's a little bit frustrating, but I'm trying not to let that frustrate me and just take it as a bit of a learning lesson, because I was at fault with my car accident. Single car accident, no one else involved, thankfully. I was fine. The car was not. Car was in a really bad way. So, but the main thing is I'm grateful to have stepped away from that pretty much without a scratch on me, and no injuries, because I'm in a physical job. If I get injured, I don't work, I don't get sick leave. I'm a contractor, so if anything happens, I'm pretty much screwed. So very fortunate that I walked away from that unscathed, and also that no other vehicles were involved, no other property was damaged. It was pretty much just my car, which is fully insured. So I'm just being grateful for that. That's sort of the first thing that's going on the top of the list of my gratitude journal in the last week or so. And I'm still praying for guidance every day about whether I'm on the right track with my decision to get into bodywork over the last few years. And it seems like I'm starting to receive some signs, and I talked about that in the last couple of videos. But yeah, going well. Semen retention Sunday, feeling rested, feeling recovered, feeling grateful. I'm really looking forward to getting away to Bali, and that's going to happen in a little less than 2 weeks now. So on Friday week, I fly out for Bali to do a retreat. So that's going to be work related. So I'm going to be doing 2 days of body work and musculoskeletal therapy sort of stuff, and looking forward to that, looking forward to learning more. Looking forward to being in an environment that's conducive to education and growth and progression and learning with some like-minded people who are really into bodywork like me. And hopefully I'll get a chance just to do a bit of R&R and chill. My hotel's right by the beach, and I'm looking forward just to getting on the beach and walking along the beach, getting in the water, getting the sand between my toes, and just having a few days off from work. And when my Bali retreat starts, that pretty much brings up my 90 days. So I'm looking forward to that as sort of a milestone to look forward to. That'll bring up 90 days for me. And I'm actually nearly there. And it's been pretty easy in the last sort of 2-3 weeks. No temptation to really even look at corn. Finding the sort of sexual urges quite easy to stave off at this point. It's more, and this is what I've unpacked as part of my recovery process. I've been through 12-step and a whole bunch of other things, which, I've talked about before. But it's not even, because I went through sex addiction recovery. So, and what I learned as part of that process was the addiction is not the problem. The addiction is the solution to the underlying problem. And the underlying problem is a spiritual problem. I was like, my whole life, I was trying to fill an inner void, a hole in my soul, this emptiness inside with external things, whether it was drugs and alcohol or S3X or corn or women or validation or distraction, dopamine, YouTube, internet, novelty, buying stuff online. Anything external that creates dopamine can basically become that medication. Basically, you're trying to medicate your spiritual emptiness. That's what it comes down to. And the only way to solve a spiritual problem, an inner problem, I'm not talking about religion, I'm talking about spirituality. Your spirit, the thing that is not the external you, that is not your body, it's not your mind, it's not your thoughts, it's not your emotion, it's your soul, it's your spirit. That's what I'm talking about. reconnecting with that and giving your spirit what it needs, nourishing your spirit, and not neglecting your spirit because of all the external distractions. And that's ultimately, addictions are all about trying to fill an internal spiritual problem with an external outer world solution. And it never works. The only solution is to fill a spiritual hole, you need to get whole again spiritually, and you need to do inner work. That's the only way in my experience, and I've done a lot of work on that. By no means is it a solved problem. It's an ongoing effort, and this semen retention is all part of it for me. I've just found when I'm on semen retention that I have a lot better time being on my spiritual path and not getting pulled away into these other energies and distractions and doing things I shouldn't be doing. So yeah, just going to do a quick update today. There's, I didn't want to make this one too long, but 11 weeks, feeling pretty accomplished for 11 weeks, feeling proud of myself. The longer I go, the easier it is to deal with the urges and the distractions, and the more on a spiritual path I feel. It's easy to pray, it's easier to meditate, it's easier to step into gratitude. I'm getting less, I'm not majoring in the minor things, as they say. So this is going well. I'm really happy with where it's going. My energy levels are kicking up, but it's not turning so much into sexual energy. It's more like energy I can direct into doing exercise or doing other things. So yeah, pretty happy with how it's going. Just thought I'd update you all. So if you're tuning into the channel, we've got 30 odd subs on the channel at the moment. So the more people who do, the more men who practice semen retention, in my opinion, the better. So it's just a great way to manage your energy as a man and not let all your vital man energy just get wasted on these frivolous things that add no value and in fact really just stop you from being the man you're meant to be. And that's what it's all about at the end of the day, managing your energy. So if you're watching this, really appreciate you tuning in, really grateful for the channel, grateful for this technology, YouTube, that just allows a random dude like me to start, publishing on the internet and getting my message out there, which is, all about semen retention and getting back to a more spiritual way of life. So yeah, if you're watching and tuning in, super grateful. Drop a comment below. It doesn't matter if you're on semen retention or not. If you're day 0 and thinking about it, get in on it. It's going to change your life. I guarantee you it's made such a benefit in my life. If you're actually on the journey and struggling a bit, it doesn't matter if you're day 1, day 10, day 100, drop a comment below. Let us all know how you're going. We're all in this together. We're all here to support each other. So drop a comment below if you're struggling, if you're having wins, you're getting frustrated, if you've had any realizations, drop a comment below. So that's it for now. That's all I wanted to say. Going to keep it short, and I'll see you on the next video.